Yes, I've not long come in and I think they've been anxiously waiting for this bath. I've been working outside up till 5 minutes ago. They come every day and 2-3 times a day. The sparrows have started to get brave enough. They weren't sure and couldn't work out how to get in there safely, and they were a bit wary of the depth, but they're now getting to a stage where they're brave enough and they do get in. What I do now is leave it to go down a little, maybe an inch off the top to about where it is there, and the sparrows then are more confident of going in. Male and female blackbird also using it regularly. These starlings are using it more this year than last, and these monsters forever in it, but the problem being that they just sit in it. They don't get in, bathe and go, and they take up so much room. Here's a mommy thrush, blackbird. I always think of her as a thrush because the colour. They normally wait until it's quiet and everything's gone, but the male blackbird that comes will get in with the starlings, and since I've come in everything's appeared. I can't see her at the moment. There she is. She'll go digging around in that soil, but she's now coming for the sultanas that the starlings drop, if she can get them before the pigeons. What happens is when they're on the feeders, they tend to drop some out on the ground, and I don't know whether they're just being fussy or they just lose grip. And come on, get in focus. It's probably because it's swinging around. Yes, I haven't quite worked that out yet, but we've got quite a few on here now, on the feeders. There's a feeder there as well, but for some reason as well, that middle one, they tend to go for that more than the other two. It's really weird. There they are in the bath again. You've only got to have one in it and they all crowd in and go for it. There she is again. Pigeons are too busy fighting each other, so she's crept in. Taking advantage of their distraction. There's only one female that comes round, and I don't know why this isn't going into focus. There we are. There were two males though that come, have a little squabble, and one flies off. Yeah, they're loving that. The one problem I have is that tray isn't big enough. I did have a second tray above that with the hose in, and then that filled and ran over into the bottom one. I can't remember the reason that I took that down and just had the one. I probably used the tray. I think it's the tray that is outside that I created the roof, if you like, for the shelter for the cat out the front. But I am looking at getting a bigger tray, and then it's not quite as deep, so the sparrows will be more inclined to use it. But it's actually a drip tray that you put under your car if you've got an oil leak, and then you put this drip tray under it so you don't spoil your drive surface. But it's probably about 4 times the area of this tray that I'm filming. But it's probably a little above half of the depth of this. It's 4 centimetre in depth, and I'm looking at getting that, so there's more can get on it, because the youngsters are about now. The fledgling starlings are about. So looking forward, or forward thinking, as you can see, there's quite a few in there. That's 5, and it's quite full. And last year I was getting probably 40 starlings at a time, 30 to 40 let's say, in one feeding session. So as I say, thinking forward, it's going to need a bigger tray. Now I'm on my blackbird. So I'm now going to finish that. I think they're pigeon fighting the blackbird for the sultanas. They are very nice sultanas, by the way. I do have them myself, and I've always got a few. Sundora. They are very nice, and they are British. I think they're from Northampton somewhere there. Yeah, so that's that for now.